Hans Beckendorf stood at attention in front of the polished desk with its scattered papers, blotter, built-in inkwell, and assorted pens and pencils. He was avoiding looking at the picture of the Führer in its silver frame, turned sideways so that both the man behind the desk and anyone standing where Hans was could see the face. Hans had only had the privilege of working for General Johann Paulus for 3 or 4 months, but he knew better than to relax until he was given specific permission. Paulus was a man in his mid-60s, although it was difficult to tell his age from his appearance. He was solid, muscular, and in spite of his thick body, he moved with ease. But there was nothing of ease in his manner today. He was stiff, formal, very correct. It was almost as though he was on his guard about something. Paulus held the high rank of general, yet there were whispers that he had been demoted in the past and had only recently been restored to this position. The demotion had happened toward the end of the Great War, as it was called. Something had occurred that was never referred to, and Hans had no desire to know more of it. Whatever his transgression had been, Johann Paulus was back in charge and leading a very important part of military intelligence. Hans was ambitious. He was an only child, and his parents had great hopes for him. They had sacrificed much to give him the very best education, and he had justified their trust by getting top marks. He had graduated in law, but chose the army, and then joined the Gestapo as an officer, which required a higher ambition than the law, especially in the present climate. The Gestapo was an elite police force, highly disciplined, many of them university graduates, not a group of rabble-rousers like the brown shirts. Hans knew that Paulus had gained the Führer's respect and, what was even more important, his trust. With this trust there was no end to the heights one might reach, the opportunities available. Skill, patience, and above all loyalty were required by the Führer, and Paulus fulfilled them all. And one by one, Paulus was choosing the men who would form the Führer's inner circle, the men he could trust.